human sciences as an area of knowledge aims to study human behavior in a systematic way based off observation, and from these observations, theories and laws are created. This area of knowledge is a branch of study that deals with human behaviors, how human beings are manipulated, the social, cultural, and biological aspects of being human, and how people react to things. It seeks explanations for the human condition, our existence, our conducts, our function, and our systems. Thus, the focal study point of this area of knowledge is the human, how it behaves, and how it interacts with the world it lives in.
It's all about understanding how humans make decisions, so at its root, it's trying to understand humanity a little better.
Okay.
Get there.
The human sciences are vital to understanding irrational concepts in a rational way. However, there are some competing and conflicting theories that often coexist comfortably within disciplines belonging to the human sciences. In the human sciences, different factors fall into ethical considerations that must be taken into account, such as social problems which include poverty, alienation, violence, urban demise and renewal, and racism. Different disciplines in the human sciences allow for the investigation and the different approaches of said problems. The human science disciplines aim to explain, predict, understand, and evaluate behavior, events, patterns, and artifacts related to humans. Some of these disciplines include anthropology, archaeology, demography, economics, law, philosophy, and psychology.
The main purpose of psychology is probably to examine and try to better understand human behavior and kind of like why we do what we do, how we act. So you can look at it from different levels of analysis, which would be more sociocultural, which is more based on our environment, more of our biological like predetermination based on our genes or how our brains work, and then cognitive, which is really kind of like language, how we process information when it comes into our brain and what we make with that.
The main purpose of economics is to understand human decision making, what goes into human decision making, and that mostly is based around looking at scarcity of resources in the world.
I think the human sciences are about people and how people relate to each other. So depending on what kind of psychology we're talking about, you can either look at like individual actions and how people individually act, or you can look at group psychology or institutional psychology and bigger systems, and you can kind of try to understand why things are happening the way they are. And in the context of the like general human sciences, we look at sociology as the study of societies and cultures, right? So like if we start to understand the psychology of individuals within different cultures, that's going to contribute to the larger area of knowledge, which is the human sciences.
Raise. One big one is the environment, because it always seems a goal of economics is to, especially at a national level, is to increase growth. Mm-hmm. And with that comes environmental degradation. So I think especially now we're starting to finally see that come into the conversation while we were talking about economics. To what extent should we grow? Because we know it's causing damage to the world. So that's one huge one. And then there's other ones based on just human rights. You know, whether that's income equality, you know, how poor should we allow people to get? How rich should we allow people to get? So issues like that those are two big ones. There's many more.